Hi, in this video I'll be explaining the binary files in C, what are the fread and fwrite functions, how to use those functions in a program, and also what is the record IO in this video. After going through this video, you will be able to understand the difference in text files and binary files, how to create, open, read and write binary files, how to create records. We'll also understand fread and fwrite functions and their use, how they are used in a program, and we'll learn how to program the use of records and binary files. Just a small introduction about the binary files. We know there are two types of files in C, text and binary. In text files, numerical data is stored in text format. So when this data is fetched by read function, that data is in text mode and unformatted. So when we want to use that numerical data, we need to convert it to the formatted form. In binary file, numerical data is stored in a formatted form. It is stored in a binary form. That is why we can straight away use that data in our programs without converting them as we have to do in text files. You can refer to my earlier video, how the conversion takes place from numerical data to text, from text to formatted data, how the numerical data in the text file is converted from text format to formatted format. I am giving here the link or for the program which I have already uploaded. In this video we will also be saying what is the record IO, record input output. A record is a collection of related data under one entity. For example, if you want to create a file which will store records of the students in a class or in a school, we can use the record IO. Such a record for each student will contain its name, his name or her name, ID, marks obtained by the student in each subject, aggregate marks, all bundled in one entity. And then such a collection of various data in different formats is a record. We can name that record anyway. Say we can say it as a student record, or we can name it as a student. Structures is an entity in C which can hold different data types under one name, and the structures variables are used for creating records. And we can straight away write the records, such created structure variable records, directly to a binary file using fwrite function, and these records can be accessed by the function fread. In the next slide, I will explain a program for record IO in a binary file in C. We have declared a structure struct stud stud having only three variables, member variables name, ID and marks. Name is a string, ID is a string and marks is a int variable. Then we go for writing our main program, void main, where we have declared one int variable choice, then struct a stud s. So we have declared another variable named s, which is of type struct stud. Friends, I have already uploaded many videos on structure, how to use, how to initiate. You can refer to those videos for understanding the concept of entity called structure in C. Then we have declared a file pointer fb and open a file fopen by the function fopen. Now you can see here fopen student.dat is the name of the file and we are opening it in a write binary mode. So that is why it is wb. In text files we simply write w when we have to write to a text file. When we want to open a binary file, we have to create a binary file. This wb will be the mode of opening the file student.dat in write mode. So wb denotes that file is opened in binary mode for writing. So when a file is opened in a write mode, if there is no file available on the with the given name, a new file with the name student.dat will be created in a binary mode. Then we populate the data using this while loop. Printf enter name. This is the prompt given by the program to the user. When users enter a name, we use the scanf function and the entered name is assigned to a variable s.name, which is a name is a part of structure stud. So s.name. What this does is entered name is assigned to a variable char name, which is a member of struct stud. Then we ask for enter ID and the entered data is assigned to ID of the structured stud. Then we ask for entering the marks and the entered value is assigned to marks variable, which is a member of structure stud. See, this is ampersand s dot marks, whereas s dot name, s dot id are not associated with ampersand. The reason being, the name of a string or name of a char array is itself pointing to the address of that, the base address of that array or that string, whereas for other variables or other data types, we have to specifically write or use ampersand in association with the name of the variable while using the scanf function. Then we use the fwrite function. Fwrite into the bracket and s. What s is? It is a structure variable of type struct stud. We have to associate with the address of operator and ampersand, then comma, then size of s. fwrite function need the size of the variable which we are going to write using fwrite function. So size of s, size of is a function which gives us number of bytes used by the variable of which the name is appearing into the brackets or in the parentheses following the size of. Then 1 comma fb. fb is the pointer to the file which we have declared as file star fb here. Then we ask for entering 0, which will cause the termination of the while loop, and on coming out of the loop we close the file using fclose function. So what we are actually doing here is we are writing the data in the form of records named s in our file which has been opened for writing in a binary mode. Then we use fread function to access the data which we have stored in the binary file named student.dat. Now fread function has the same format as fwrite function. Into the bracket we have to write the address of a structure variable. Here it is named as s, ampersand s, then size of that variable, and 1 and fb, the pointer to the file student.dat. Until the record read is always 1, the loop will continue to operate. When there is no record left, the loop will terminate. Then by using this printf statement, what we are doing is taking out the name, id and marks that we have earlier entered in the file, and that data will be displayed on our monitor screen using printf function. Then what we are doing is we are finding out what are the maximum marks that student has scored by this if s dot marks more than max, max is equal to s dot marks. So when we come out of this loop, when the loop terminates, max will contain the maximum marks scored by the student. Then we display the marks scored by the student, max marks scored by the student, and then close the file. So this is the screenshot of the output which I obtained after executing this program. So I entered data about 3 students, name some ZZZ, XXX, CCC, then IDs, some random IDs I have put, and the random marks I have put here, and this is the output I get after execution of this program. We can see the data here is appearing on our screen by using this printf statement. Name of the student ID and the marks obtained, then name of the student, another name, another student, another student's ID and the marks obtained by him, and then Another student being named CCC in this program, having ID 111 and the marks obtained. So max marks obtained by out of these 3 students, the max marks obtained is 99. So this is how our fwrite, fread functions can be used, how we can write data to a binary file, how we can access that data using a fread function, and how to display the results. There are certain salient features of binary files in C. These files differ on 3 counts from the text files. What those are, we will see here. In text files, new line is converted as a carriage return line fit combination while writing to the disk, and is converted back to a new line when we read from the disk. In case of binary files, no such conversion or no such new line character is used for entering data while entering the data in binary files. In text file, end of file is denoted by a character having a ASCII value of 26, which is inserted at the end of the file while creating a file by the compiler itself. So when we want to read a file, we run a loop which tests whether the EOF or the end of file has reached. When the end of file is reached, the loop through which we are reading the file will terminate. It is different in case of binary files. In binary files, end of file is detected by monitoring the number of characters present in the directory entry of the file. Say if the directory entry says number of characters as 99 for the particular file. So when we are reading the binary file, each character counted will be compared with 99, and when 99 number of characters are read, the loop will terminate. A major difference while using the text files and ASCII and binary files is storage of numbers. In text file, numerical data or the numbers are stored as text. Suppose we are storing 100 100 as a number in a text file, then each digit of 100 in the number will be stored by its ASCII value. So 100 will be stored not as 100 but as not as a formatted number 100, but a text in the form of text using the ASCII value of each digit. Whereas in the binary file, the number is in a binary format. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. I am Rajendra Kulkarni. You are watching my channel Programming in C with RSK. Thanks again.